Hey guys, Rob here from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Wanted to show you a few things that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And another item. So, believe it or not, I got a mop for the tiny house. And this one is the fabric that's kind of shredded type style mop. Kind of like a Swiffer, but mop style. For $1.25. I don't know how well it's gonna last or anything like that, but yeah, there it is. Well, we'll see. We'll see how well it lasts. It's cheap enough that I'm not too worried about it. Also picked up a little bucket for it for $1. This is the highest grade bucket they have for $1.25, so I picked that up. And I don't plan on using a ton of water when mopping the floors up, so that's just gonna work out fine. My dad found another hinge when he was digging in the garage, so I'm gonna use that for the tiny house door that's directly under the entrance of the tiny house. Or actually, let me explain this better. The skirting storage door directly under the entrance to the tiny house, this is where this handle's going to go onto, because it doesn't even have a handle, so perfect. I just use the hinges, or not the hinges, but the hooks as my door handle, but now I'll have a handle for it. So anyway, I wanted to show you that stuff, guys. And lately it's been super rainy and crappy out. Not good for solar at all. But I'm planning on getting over to the tiny house shortly. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to go over here and look at my present to myself here. So just give me a second. And I have to turn you guys on a swivel, so bear with me. There we go. Alright, you guys remember this? I recently picked up for myself. I wanted to show you some of the cool things on here. Now, it says this is still on the charge, as you can see, the green light. It says when you're running stuff on here, don't have this plugged in. So for whatever reason that is, I'm not quite sure, but we'll unplug that. And first I want to take a look at the battery status. So to use this, I tried it a little bit last night, guys. So you have to press and hold 14.4 volts. That's what the internal battery is rating right now. So that's really good. Now this is the this is some cool stuff. We have these are marine lights, LEDs. I'm not sure why I would use that ever, because I don't even own a boat. But I am on the riverside, so maybe I can flag somebody down or something. This is cool. These switches are all in waterproof. Everything's made to be waterproof on this thing, because it's, I guess, because of it's meant to go on a boat or something. But anyway, this is kind of cool. This switch, if I click it up, it activates the USB port right here. So that's kind of interesting, because everything's on switches. Normally this would just already be powered automatically, but apparently they put everything on switches so it doesn't drain the battery down. So that means this thing's made for long-term storage if you had to do it. Now the other thing is, if I just wanted to use a USB device, then I click that button up. Now let's say I wanted to use both a USB charger and the receptacle, then I click down and you see both lights turn on. So that means both are activated. So these two are activated and the USB. So that's kind of neat, I thought. And this 12-volt plug is always activated because it goes directly into the battery. And we'll turn this guy around. And this switch controls the 2 poles here. So these aren't even live. I will test that to make sure, but these aren't even live unless you flip this to up to on, which is kind of cool. And I'm going to show you guys I'm going to run the pump. I ran it for like 2 seconds last night just to see what it would do. It says you're only supposed to run it for like 10 minutes max. So I'm going to run this thing, and you guys, it's going to be loud and noisy, guys, so turn your volume down. Here we go. You guys see the gauge here? Yeah, okay. And I got my finger over the hose, and you can see the gauge going up. Then I'll let go, and there it goes. So, kind of loud. I don't have a use for this unless I get a flat tire or something. But but pretty cool feature anyway to have, because you could use like air tools and stuff like that if you're just doing like a quick 10-minute job or something of the sort. And then I haven't plugged anything else into this yet, but I will put it back on charge, because since we just used some power on some things here, there's the red indicator. It will tell me exactly what the status is. If I click this in, 13.8 volts. So it did drop quite a bit from 14.4 to 13.8, but that air pump, when that comes on, that would pull a lot of power. The lights, not so much. So, kind of a really cool, I'm pretty happy I picked this up. This is really neat. And the nice thing, once it's over at the tiny house for my stay over for my birthday, I'll be able to do a lot more for longer, which is kind of awesome. So I can watch longer TV if I wanted to. I can run the fireplace fans basically forever if I wanted to. I can charge this guy right here, the camera, which I was severely lacking over there. I can have all kinds of different options now with this. And then the best way, guys, I'm going to hook this bad boy up to a solar panel. I'll take one of my solar panels. I'll take one of my charge controllers on the solar wall, and we're going to hook these poles up, and then this thing will be charged via the sun, and it'll be one whole solar powered system. So that's going to be awesome. Now, I'm not sure, maybe Stu can tell me this. It recommends that, like I said earlier, when this is charging, not to run anything on it. But I don't think I think they're only talking about this portion, because once I have it hooked up to solar, it shouldn't affect when this thing's running at all, because I'm going to be dumping tons of power in, and I'm not sure what the purpose is about that, so you'll let me know.